Hello, nice to meet you again, my friends. Today we will focus on the still on the digital circuit analysis, and today the content is the K-map. All right. Okay, and the spring is coming. Yeah, the flowers are blooming outside the window, so it's joyful to watch. So hopefully you can share my enjoying of the spring, no matter which location are you located in this planet. All right, let's get back down to the business. The K-map. So the K-map is used to simplify a logic table, which can make we use the minimum number of gates to realize a combinational circuit. Yeah, that's a basic idea. And thoroughly, the K-map can be divided into two branches. The first one is SOP, which means sum of product, and the other is POS. So basically, SOP can be expressed as, A, B, O, C, D. That's a basic form. And whereas the express for the POS, which is A, O, B, and C or D, something like that. For SOP, we will count on the ones. Yeah, we just to use the one to simplify the circuit. And for the POS, we are going to find the zeros. Yeah. For example, for the first of section of this question, we have three variables, A, B, and C. It's very straightforward. We use the rows as A. So, for digital circuit, every variable will have only two choices. One is 0, the other is 1. So for a single variable A, there are only two rows, 1 or 0. But for the column, we will have 4 columns because we have two variables, B and C. Be careful the sequence 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, and 1, 0. In the decimal, the decimal is 0, 1, 3, and 2. So why we don't use 0, 1, 2, 3? Because at every single change, we can only change one bit. So from 0, 0 to 0, 1, we only change one bit for C, okay? And from 0, 1, if we want to keep changing one bit, we can only change the 0, 1 to 1, 1, okay? So we change the B from 0 to 1. And then we will move from 1, 1 to 1, 0. We can only change another bit, one bit of C, which is from 1 to 0. So be careful of the sequence. Yeah. From the above explanation, we will know this table, which can describe all the possible combination from the A, B, C, three variables, okay? And we can use both SOP or POS to this table. But first of all, I wanted to use the POS method to analyze this table because it's more simple because there's only one pair of zeros. We remember that we will find the even number of zeros for POS and the maximum even number of ones for SOP. So for this question, the maximum even number of zeros is like this, okay? Sorry, it's like this. In this expression, we can know if we add them together, we can cancel the variable of a, all right, of a. So we can only leave b and c variables with a value of 1, 1. Be careful for POS. When the value for a variable is 0, it should be itself. If it is 1, it will be not b, okay? Not b. So for this, we canceled the variable a, and the value of bc is 1, 1. So it is not b and not c, okay? Because it is p of s. So the final result will be not b or not c. Not b or not c. That's the final simplified result. All right, for POS method. Let's revise it. Remember, we will try our best to find the maximum number of zeros. Okay? Yeah. So we can use, for this table. Okay? If this is 0, this is 0, this is 0, this is 0. We can use this for, it's a loop. Yeah. The leftmost and the rightmost or topmost and the bottommost, they can be looped together. All right? Yeah. I believe you will understand me. Okay. So for the first question, if we use the POS method, the final result is not B or not C. Now we will use SOP to solve this same problem. Okay. So for SOP, what will we find? We will find ones. Okay, ones. So the maximum value for the ones here is this 4 group, and we have another 2 group of ones. All right. Okay. So let's look at the first group with 4 ones. Okay, 4 ones. The rows of variable a can be cancelled with each other because 0 and 1, when they end together, they will be cancelled. Okay, they will be cancelled. And for the column, okay, it is 0, 0, and 0, 1, which stands for or corresponding to B and C variables. So the C is 0 and 1. So C can also be cancelled. We will only left variable B, which value is 0. For SOP, it will find ones. So 0 to B is not B. Okay? If its value is 1, it will result in the variable is itself. For example, 1 is A, 0 is not A. So now the value of variable B is 0, so it is not B. All right? Okay. That's for this expression. And for the other, as I mentioned before, we can use the column, okay, 1 and 1, but it's not the maximum, okay? Remember what I said just before. We will try to find the maximum of ones. So we will use it like this, okay? I will use another cycle, okay? Yeah, these two rows at the rightmost will be formed with the leftmost 2 ones as another 4 ones group, okay? So for this new group, the two columns of A is 0 and 1. So variable A will be cancelled as well. And for the column, it's 0, 0, and 1, 0. Okay, which means the variable B, 0 and 1 will be cancelled. So we only left the variable C, which is C, which the value is 0. So 0 means not C, okay? Which means not C. And it is the sum of a product. So the final result will be not B or not C. Okay, so this result is exactly the same with the result from POS method. All right, so different method, the same result. Okay, let's make our solution to the second question, which looks a little bit complex because it increased one variable. It has 4 variables, A, B, C, and D. So we use 2 variables, A and B, to form the rows. It's exactly the same of the sequence 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, and 1, 0. Okay, for the rows. And use the variables C and D to form the columns 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, and 1, 0, which can form this 4x4 table. And we will look how to use or how to select the proper method, SOP or POS. Most of the case, we will find one to use the SOP, okay? That's a more frequently used method. But specific to a question, you will count the ones and the zero. If there are more zeros, you will try to use POS. If there is more ones, we use SOP, all right? And we can see there's another state for the variable, which is X. So we know 0 is a low level of the, of the voltage, yeah. And 1 means the high level of the voltage. So the X means uncertain. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know it's low or high of the state. Yeah, it's just uncertain. So for both of our methods of SOP or POS, if it is SOP, the X can be treated as 1. Okay. If we use the method of POS, it can be treated as 0 for POS. Remember it. For our question, okay, we have ones, zeros, and X. So we will use ones to form a SOP because the ones looks easier to be grouped. So first of all, we use the first column because there are 4 ones in the column. It is easy to cancel variable A and B. And another group of ones is like this. Okay, yeah. This group have 4 ones because remember what I said. X can be treated as 1 in the SOP method. So for the first group, you know, the AB 0001, it can cancel the variable A because, variable B, because B is 0 and 1. And we can use another, 0001 and 1110. It can be used to cancel the variable A. So if we have a full column of ones, it means the variable for the rows can be entirely cancelled. All right. So from the first column, okay, we can only have the variable C and D with the value of 0, 0, which means C, D, okay? CD, not C and not D, okay? That's the first item of the final result. Remember, we are using SOP, okay? SOP. This is the first product. And let's move on to the second group, okay? Second group, okay? From the column, it's 0, 1, and 1, 1, which means we keep the variable b and cancel the variable a. The value for the variable b is 1, so it is b. And for the column, it's 1, 1, and 1, 0. As the same, the variable d can be cancelled because it's 1 and 0. And the variable c will be kept because its value is 1, okay? 1 for C, okay? This is the second product of the item for the final result. So the final result is quite straightforward. Y equals C, not C, and D, or B and C. This is sum of the product. Sum of the product. Okay, hopefully my explanation can help you a bit. Yes, it's spring outside for the northern part of this planet. Just have a little trip to the field to see the flowers, trees, green leaves. Enjoy our life. Thank you. Be safe and be happy. Bye bye.